Hi friends, today we are discussing IGCSE Board Physics Cambridge Lower Secondary Learners Book, Chapter number 4 Turning Effects. Questions. Turning Effect, Chapter number 4. Choose the correct options in the following statement. The moment of a force is bigger if the force is smaller or bigger. We have the answer of these questions. The moment of a force is bigger if the force is smaller slash bigger. The answer is the moment of a force is bigger if the force is bigger. Explanations why. Force equal to moment equal to force into distance from the pivot. So if you increase the force while keeping the distance the same, the moment or turning effect increases. And question number B, the moment of a force is bigger if it acts further from the pivot. The moment of a force is bigger if it acts further from the pivot. Explanations why. Using the formula moment equal to force into distance. If the distance from the pivot increases and the force stays the same, the moment increases. Think of using a door. It's easier to open if you push far from the hinge pivot rather than close to them. Question number C. The moment of a force is greatest if it acts as a 0 degree, 45 degree, 90 degree to the object if act on. The moment of a force is greater if it is act 90 degree to the object if act on it. Explanations. The moment equal to force into distance into sine theta. Theta is the angle between force and the lever arm. This in the sine of 90 degree is 1, which is the maximum value. So the moment is greatest when the force is applied perpendicularly at a 90 degree to the object. Question number 2. Three different forces are pulling on a heavy trap door, figure 4.6, which force will have the biggest turning effect. Explain your answer. F1, F2, F3, 300 Newton, F2 200 and F3 200, hinge and trap door. The answer of these questions to determine which force has the biggest turning effect moment. We use the formula for momentum turning effect. Momentum equal to force into perpendicular distance from the hinge. From the diagram in figure 4.6 we can observe F1 equal to 300 is applied close to hinge very small distance. F2 equal to 200 N is applied further from the hinge than F1. F3 equal to 200 N is applied even further from the hinge than F2. Even though F1 is greatest in magnitude, it is very close to hinge, so its turning effect is small. F3 will have the biggest turning effect because it acts at the greatest distance from the hinge. It has the same magnitude as F2 but is applied further out. The final answer of this question, F3 will have the biggest turning effect because it's applied further from the hinge and the momentum depends on both force and distance from the pivot. Explain why somebody would use a spanners with the longer handles if they needed to undo a tight bolt. The longer spanners increases. The answer of these questions. A longer spanner increases the moment of a force torque because moment equal to force into distance from the pivot. With a longer handles, you can apply the same force but get a greatest turning effect, making it easier to loosen a tight bolt. Question number 4a. Explain why a tree is more likely to be blown over a stronger wind. The stronger wind exerts more force on the tree. This increases the turning effect moment about the base of the tree, making it more likely to topple over. Explain why a taller tree is more likely to be blown over the shorter tree. The taller tree has a higher center of mass, and the wind's force act further from the ground. This increases the momentum force into distance about the base, making it easier for the tree to be blown over compared to a shorter tree. And thanking you, and thanks for watching this video. If any doubt means put the comment box. And thanks once again.